it was really ingrained in my mind that I had to play Division I softball. Like, that was just what I was always told, is like, that's where they have the best facilities, the best coaches, the best competition, the best culture. So I had to play there. I started playing softball when I was 8 years old, but I didn't really start liking it until I started pitching. I fell in love with pitching. I immediately started doing lessons. I started playing travel ball in about 5th grade. I loved playing travel ball. I played with a lot of my close friends, and it was just a really good experience to get my feet wet, and I started getting more serious as I went along. I played for some top travel teams.
All the coaches on Hannah's travel team would always talk about making it to the Division I level. And that became Hannah's goal, and that was our goal, to help her get there.
Sophomore year, my travel coach had a connection to a Division I school, and he asked me how I felt about that, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I went on my visit. The coach was really cool. The facilities were all right, but it was Division I softball, so that's all that mattered. So I committed a few months later, and I was so excited. I was on top of the world. I had made it to Division I softball, and I finally made it to my freshman year, and I was so excited, and it was not what I expected it to be at all. So I had been pitching for a long time, been going to a lot of pitching coaches, and I had been hurting myself over and over again. I finally found Scott Cranford, and he completely changed my pitching career. He retooled me in a way where pitching felt effortless, and from there I was no longer injured. I was no longer feeling pain, and when I got to my freshman year of college, the new pitching coach had tried to take me back to all the ways that I had tore my rotator, tore my trapezius, tore my bicep, and she didn't care. And I kept telling her, like, I hurt myself doing this, and she's like, I'm never gonna try to hurt you. And like, if that was the case, then why was I doing stuff that had already hurt me in the past?
She decided that she was going to start messing around with Hannah's mechanics, and really struggled. Hannah was trying to, had been taught very specifically how to pitch, and at a very competitive level in the travel divisions. And then when she comes to the school, they tried to break her down and remake her mechanics, and that was the hard part.
And then at the end of my freshman year, the head coach got fired, and the pitching coach got hired as the new head coach. And it was a disaster. I came in there strong and ready to go, and she made it pretty clear that she did not care about me as a person, and that my well-being did not matter to her. And that was not what I was told about Division I softball. I was not told that I was going to be treated like trash. We were just a number to her. We were just a way for her to get a job, and that was it. And I was treated like crap for a whole year. My mental health was horrible, and I hated my life, if I'm being honest. What I was promised about Division I softball did not happen. It was a nightmare. I wanted out. I wanted to transfer. So eventually I did. I got put on the transfer list, and I started talking to other schools, and eventually I found Southern Oregon University. Once I committed there, it was the best decision of my life. I had the best coaches, the best facilities. Every day someone asked me, how are you? Which is not something I got my whole entire sophomore year. Not once did my coach care how I was doing. So a coach asking me, how are you, was just like, you care? Like, I'm not just a number to you? And it was really eye-opening to me to see how the NAIA level gave me everything I was promised about from the D1 level. Like, the best coaches, the best facilities, the best competition, the best teammates, the best culture, all of that was given to me through the NAIA level. And I hope that whoever hears this is inspired and starts looking beyond Division I schools and knows that they have more options than just playing at that level. And I am so grateful for the journey that I had, because if it weren't for that journey, I would not be at Southern Oregon today, living my best life and playing softball the way that I wanted to play it from the beginning. So thank you to all my coaches, to the coaches that didn't care for me, and for my teammates that I absolutely love, from the start of travel to the end of my experience at my last school and to the beginning of my experience at SOU. thank you all, because if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be here today. Go Raiders.